Hello everyone, my name is Filbert Leonardo. Today I'm going to explain how to create API service using Express.js. To have API service, you first need to run a server. Open your project folder first. For example, this. And then open your terminal. After that, write the following commands in the terminal. npm init. Just press enter until it creates a package.json file. Yes, like this. And then the second one is npm install express. Enter. This will install Express and create the node modules folder. Okay. Next, create a file called server.js. Server.js. And then write this code. To run the server, we need to use app.listen. This is our port number 3000, but you can change it to whatever number you want, to 4000 or 5000. It is up to you, but I will stick with 3000. Before we test the server, we need to make a small change in our package.json. And here, you can add type module. Then in our scripts, you can add start, not server.js. Don't forget to put apostrophe here to get rid of the error. And then after that, we can test our server in our terminal. We can just run npm start. Okay, if you see server running at blah 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 localhost 3000, that means your server is connected and ready to use. Okay, now I will show you how to create the API service. The first one we're gonna learn is get root. This is the simplest get root. When you access this, it will send back a plain text message. Welcome to server Express Filbert. So before we test it, we need to restart the server. We restart the server first, Ctrl C, and then we Ctrl F to save the change, and then we run again the server. Okay, now you can open your Postman, but because I already made it before, I will show you. This is my request. So because the first one we're gonna test is get method. So we use get here, and then we put our URL here, localhost 3000. We send it, and then it will respond us the message, welcome to server Express Filbert. The next one is still the get root, but this time I use a parameter. As you can see here, we request the parameters and save it to our variable called username, and then it will give us the message, hello username, this is your profile page. So let's check it in our Postman. Here at the admin, for example. Okay, we use get method here, and then your URL, we need to write the same as the path we give in this get profile, /profile /username. This username can be changed to whatever name you want. For example, here, the first one I use is Bert. We send it. Okay, this shows us error because we haven't restart the server yet. Need to Ctrl C, start the server, and then we save it first, then we restart the server. Okay, you can check it, check back, and we send it. Okay, as you can see here, this username Bert is printed here. Hello Bird, this is your profile page. What if we change it to another name? For example, John. Send it. Then it will also say, hello John, this is your profile page. Okay, we go to the next one. We go back to our server.js. And then the second API service is post route. This route receives data from the request body. In this route, I want to check whether the username and password provided by the users are correct. To make the code clean, I didn't write the checking logic directly inside the route. Instead, I create a separate function called login in out.js here. So when the client sends a post request to login, the server takes the data from the request body, the username and the password. Then it calls the login function, passing these values as the arguments. Inside the function, it searches the users list from this, the users. And then if a match is found, the function returns a success object with the username. If not, it returns a failure message. Back in the root, we use an if-else statement to check the result of the function. If success, we respond with a JSON object showing status, message, and the user. If failure, instead of responding directly, we create an error and pass it to the error handling middleware. So all errors are handled in a consistent way, like this. An error, it will save the new message and then the status 401 and then pass the error to this error handling middleware. Okay, before we test it in our Postman, you also have to import first the function because in out.js we do export. So we need to import it before we use the function in our server.js file. And then because we also use JSON, we need to add this line of code app.useExpress.json to parse the JSON bodies. Okay, now open your Postman and then you can create a new request called login, for example. And then don't forget to change this from get to post. And after that, you can go to the body because this is a post. So we need to send data. Then you can create row and you can change this to JSON. Inside our JSON file, there is an object which have the key and the value, the username and the password, the same as what we need for our login function, a username and the password. So this requested body will fetch the data, will fetch the value of the username and the password. For example here, the username and the password is the same as what we state in our users data. This is Filbert ABCD. Okay, we send it first. Okay. As you can see here, it gives us the response status as success and message login successful with our user called Filbert. What if we give a wrong password here? Send it. If it's wrong, that it will tell us that our username or password is wrong. The next one I'll show you is middleware. This middleware logs every request method and URL. You can see the log directly in the terminal when you hit any root in Postman. This middleware handles any error as using next error. Instead of crashing, the server responds with a JSON error message. So the difference between this middleware and error handling middleware is just In error handling middleware, there are 4 parameters, and the first parameter must be error. So let's go to our Postman and test it. So this was error. Then first we send this URL. Oh, I forget to start the server. Then start. Then we send again. So this is our default URL, and it will respond us with this welcome to Surface Middleware. But what if we give another path that we have not registered yet? Test, enter, and it will show us that this root is not found because we have not registered any of this root in our server.js. So it will tells us that the root is not found. Okay, this is the uses of the middleware, and this one you can see here in our terminal. I forgot to show you. This is it. It will print out the method and the URL. Okay, I think that's all for the explanation today. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.